This night is the longest night, the longest darkness in this year. The fire and our inner fire are guiding us, showing us the dawn. Fire is the healer, the alchemist, giving us the opportunity to cleanse ourselves. So I invite you to blow into the fire all your fears, your worries, to let go all those things you no longer need and is blocking you to cross that bridge, to see, to live the dawn. All patterns and beliefs, everything you don't want to take with you into the future, fire will combust it into light. I hold in my hand Pachamama stick, which is the offering, our offering for Mother Earth. We blow into it all our dreams, calling upon the future and invite into now. Offering it to the fire will bring all our dream seeds into light, into reality. Blowing our dreams into Pachamama stick.
So I'm going to describe to you how to create a sacred fire, and we always start with 2 sticks and we place them in the 4 directions representing the Southern Cross, which is the star constellation that the Inca people work with. Then we find some paper and we place that in the center. We blow into everything that we put on the fire. So we bring ourselves into the fire through our breath. So all the paper and all the sticks that we use, they all get blown into. I've gathered up some sticks here. Some small ones, bigger ones. Then we start with the little sticks and we begin to make a teepee shape. We make a teepee fire because we're making a sacred fire. It's not a bonfire. And you'll see I'm creating a teepee shape all the way around with the small sticks. The bigger sticks then go around the outside. And I also decide where I want to place the entrance to my fire. So the entrance being where I light it from. And in this case, my entrance is going to be exactly where I'm sitting, which is in the north. Place of hummingbird, the place of growth and evolution. It largely depends on what the intention is behind your fire. But we learn to do fires in this tradition. We become fire keepers, and we do fires at new moon and full moon. That keeps us informed of the ebb and flow of the seasons. And the pull of the moon, of course, brings up all our emotions, triggers us for things that we need to release and let go of. So these are a perfect time. You also need a stick to place on the fire. This is my stick that I'm going to use to make an offering And this is where I blow in all the things that trigger me. Maybe I'm carrying some heavy energy, maybe I've got some beliefs or thoughts that aren't really serving me. And so this stick is going to hold all that, and I blow into the stick what I want to release, and then light the fire. I've already opened sacred space. I haven't shown this on this video, but now I'm beginning to sing to the fire. We sing Nichi Tai Tai. Nichi Tai Tai Enuai Ora Nika Hey 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 Yorai Nichi Tai Tai Enuai Ora Nika Hey 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 Yorai. It calls in the water to temper the fire. And that's the basic reason for that song. It's a chant. Now you see I'm feeding the fire with olive oil. I call in the south, serpent, the west, jaguar, north, hummingbird, and the east, eagle, condor. I call in Mother Earth, Pachamama, and Father Sun, Grandmother Moon, and star brothers and sisters. And I feed the fire with the olive oil. And then I'm with my stick, deciding when's the right time to place it on the fire. Now I'm taking the energy that's being released and I'm feeding my three centers. My belly, place of service, right action. My heart, the place of love, Munai, unconditional love. And then my third eye, my mind, place of wisdom. These three centers are the centers that we work with: service, love, and wisdom. As we take that energy from the fire and feed ourselves with it, we're feeding ourselves with that light that has been released. There's a moment when the fire falls down, and then we know that all the offerings that we put in the fire have been made available to Great Spirit. We let go of any outcome. And you see my Pachamama stick goes on the fire. And now we sit with the fire. This is a great time to meditate, to listen to the story of the fire. Sometimes the fire gives us feedback. You know, we can see in the fire what we've released or what's coming to us. This fire is such a good storyteller. And as a firekeeper, you'll learn to work with fire in this way. And we sit with the fire until all the embers are gone. It's such a beautiful time sitting in nature with your own personal fire. When all the embers are gone, we close sacred space and we leave, knowing that we have released any dense energy into light. And I'm going to leave you with Beth and Sandra.
And when I go to make fire every couple of weeks on the marshes, I'm there alone, with wildlife and with fire and with sacred space. And the majority of people are in their homes or in pubs or, buildings or it's just a very unique and special feeling to be out there, surrounded by nature and alone, having that time to really connect. And
I loved all the sacred fires that we did, that I continue to do. There's nothing quite like standing in circle around a sacred fire whilst the stars are twinkling above you and we're singing and chanting. It is so utterly beautiful.
And the spirit of the fire works with us as we learn to work with it. And it's such a beautiful path of fast transformation. I want to talk about the Pachamama stick as well, the children's fire. When the Pachamama stick goes on the fire, it then, for me, becomes the children's fire, because this is our dream seeds for the kind of world that we want to pass on to our children and our children's children. When we've given to the fire all those things that no longer serve us, then we close sacred space. And here's an altar that you can do all by yourself at home, feeding yourself from fire.
Fire, sacred fire, burning through the night. Come to us in the dream time. Bring us visions of light. Spiral round, circle down into these hearts open wide. Healing light, burning bright, dry these tears we've cried. Fire, sacred fire.